You impressed me with your knowledge of Van Gogh.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Here's some more unfinished business from yesterday, though. Leo and I both made fools of ourselves in different respects when it came to the World War II and Vietnam conflict, respectively.
Sure.
Leo made a bigger fool than I of himself when it came to World War II.
I don't know. Mathematically, people might say you made a bigger fool of yourself with the outstanding number.
That's because your answers didn't have to do with math.
Well, okay. Sure.
Leo couldn't tell me what the three Axis powers were.
I said two of them. I forgot Japan. Big D.
No, it goes further. Leo thought England was one of the Axis powers.
I forgot that the Axis powers were the evil, okay? I thought it was just everybody involved.
So you thought China was one of the main allies?
Well, I knew China was... I'm pretty sure
China.
they had some kind of conflict with Japan before World War II.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's where I put China in there.
Thank you for reasoning out your wrong answer. No. So Leo said, when I asked him what the Axis powers were, he said it was Italy, Germany, Great Britain, and China.
Well,
those are the facts. That's what you said.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those are the facts. But you also said I was kind of throwing shit out, and I, guessed China. Sure, I'll own up to it. But you know what? I didn't say 700,000 American soldiers died in Vietnam when it was only 58,000.
I was way off.
Yeah.
I was way off. I thought the scope of the Vietnam War death rate was much higher. But then also, we asked Leo what Hitler's biggest tactical error was in World War II, and he couldn't scrape up anything resembling invading Russia.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, at least I know now, dude, and that's a good call, dude. The Russians are very secure with those mountains, that mountain range.
Bonaparte learned it the hard way.
Yeah.
That winter is not to be fucked with.
Yeah, the fucking Russians.
So here's how both of us are going to redeem ourselves. We're going to switch off answering trivia questions. Me about the Vietnam War, you about World War II.
And do we have to know the trivia questions, like, off the bat? Like, what, I have to know the answer and know the trivia question, or can we look them up?
Austin's got trivia questions. Nice. I haven't seen the answers.
You haven't seen the answers? All right.
Are they both from the same site, Austin, so they're going to be the same level of difficulty?
I have a few different ones.
They're from World War II?
Yours are, and mine are from Vietnam.
And World War II.
All right.
You have to answer about the war you didn't know shit about.
Well,
and I have to answer questions about the war that I so horribly estimated the casualty rate.
All right, let's do it.
All right, the first one's going to be for Leo.
All right.
Cue the music.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Austin.
What was the treaty that ended World War I? Sorry.
Yeah.
Do we get multiple choice answers?
It's the Treaty of Versailles, right, bitch?
World War I's Versailles, yeah.
Yeah, you like that? Nice. I already got one of your questions. Go fuck yourself.
I was waiting for the multiple choice.
I thought that was a World War II question. Okay. Adolf Hitler predicted the war in his book Mein Kampf. What year was that published?
You can read them as multiple choice.
There is no multiple choice.
Okay.
He predicted World War II?
It was before World War II. He predicted the war was coming.
Yeah, I know it was before World War II, but he predicted 1926.
1925.
So he's wrong.
Close. It was pretty close.
Austin was nodding his head.
It was pretty fucking close, dude.
So mark one wrong answer for Leo.
Okay. All right, Danny,
God.
here's yours.
Even a fool would have known the answer to that question. Yeah, what is it, Austin?
Yeah, dude.
Since you incorrectly last night thought that there were 500,000 people, 700,000 people on the American side that died during Vietnam, how many people died on the Vietnamese side of the war?
I don't like how he's cherry-picking questions that have to do with my failure. I thought we were doing generalized from the top of a standardized site.
I believe
How many people died on the Vietnamese side of the war?
Well, that's easy. Everybody knows it was 1 million.
It's incorrect.
How many was it?
It was triple that. It was 3 million.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, you sick bastard.
I don't like that we didn't win that war.
Aren't you like a history... You're kind of a history buff, aren't you?
No, not really. I was a history major, but half the time I was chasing pussy and alcohol.
Oh, okay. Excuses.
All right. Well, we both came up empty-handed.
It's okay, man.
What war... This is for Leo.
All right.
What war during the 1930s greatly influenced the development of military tactics that were used in World War II?
You gotta put the music back on.
Oh, yeah.
And that's an easy one, by the way. I'm fucking pissed.
The Cold War.
Incorrect.
What?
That was way
yeah, okay, wait a second. It's either that or there was like a...
It was Spanish Civil War, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's right.
What were you going to say?
You know, it's not necessarily a terrible thing that I don't know about military tactics.
I didn't know the Cold War came before the Second World War. That's interesting.
You're such a
I'm learning something new every day. All right, Austin, feed one to me.
Okay. What was the name of the now infamous massacre of hundreds of Vietnamese civilians by U.S. soldiers, which took place on March 16th, 1968? It's either the Nha Trang Massacre, the Moc Bai Massacre, the My Lai Massacre, or the Dien Bien Phu Massacre.
Well,
I'll tell you which one's the best to guess.
I mean, everybody with a functioning cortex knows it's the My Lai Massacre.
You're right.
Yeah.
With a functioning cortex.
Yeah.
I thought that
you
would be
history
hard.
major.
So we're not sure if that means you.
Oh, yeah, okay. Listen, I was a Division I athlete, and I know enough about Van Gogh to get a blowjob in any museum parking lot, buddy.
Let's go two more
You know
questions.
it.
Two more
All right,
questions.
go two more
One more
questions.
each. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I bet you love it. All right, why don't we go business next? Get some business trivia questions. I don't know. I don't think they exist, but that was my major.
Okay,
do
Leo,
math.
this is a World War II question.
All right.
What was the last major attempt at a peaceful resolution with Germany prior to the outbreak of World War II?
What was the last attempt? Like, it has a name, I presume? The Treaty of Paris. I don't know.
It was the Munich Conference.
All right, well.
I've just secured the peace of our time. That was what the shithead prime minister said after it.
Nice.
And he was wrong, Leo. It wasn't nice.
Well, I bet it wasn't.
Unless I'm completely wrong. But I don't think I am. Austin, feed me the last question. I'm ready to close out strong.
Okay, I'm gonna find.
You looked
Okay.
at these before. Knowing you looked at these.
Definitely
That's
not.
how much of a cheater you are.
He's pulling these up randomly.
You're such
And I would have known how many Vietnamese died if that were the
You're a
case.
cheater.
Which of the following herbicide / defoliants was used by the U.S. military during the Vietnam War? Agent Blue, Agent Green,
Orange. Okay, that's
Agent
fucking
Orange?
easy. I'll take it though. Agent Orange, yeah.
That's not fair. We had like I'm pretty sure that was
See,
one of
when
his
you get
lines.
cocky,
I'm pretty sure that was one of his
answer
lines in his
questions
fucking in his skit.
You can cut the music now, Austin. There's no more need for it.
When you
I
get
emerged victorious.
The answer was all of the above.
Congratulations.
The answer was all the above?
Yeah, see, you got it wrong then,
No,
didn't
no,
you,
no,
buddy?
no.
Oh,
Well,
come on.
Got a little cocky.
I got it right, but I just didn't get it fully right.
Well, that doesn't count, buddy, if it's not fully right.
Does it not?
No.
Can you tell me about Operation Barbarossa?
Listen, I already fucking showed my prowess with the Van Gogh questions.
Okay, I'll give you the Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Tell me one more fact about a piece of art that you've used to get laid in the past.
The Venus of Willendorf, the first really illustration of like a fertile woman that was ever found. It's like it's millions of years old, and it was like it was a rotund woman.
Like a
And,
fertilized woman?
No, she was just like she had like big hips, and she was like she looked fertile. You know what I mean? Like she could really pop out a baby, and it was on display somewhere. I think it was the Hammer Museum at UCLA, and I'm pretty sure I went and saw it with a nice young lady when I was in school. And I'm pretty sure
Did you have sex with her?
No, I didn't.
Well, looks like you're
She gave me a hand
Renaissance
job.
man.
She gave me a hand job, and it's just as good.
I read in a book this
Big fan of
weekend.
hand jobs.
I read in my evolution